welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble here with your readings for September the 10th through September the 16th. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I really hope that you enjoy these readings and that you'll come back again and again. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for watching and sharing and commenting. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Now, I'm sorry, my nose always itches on these readings. And that's spirit letting me know that they're here. So, I start with it. For those of you who haven't been here before, I do start with an astrological report. I will be changing the format shortly. I usually do one intro and I put it on before every video, and you can skip that if you're checking your sun, moon and rising. First of all, these are general readings, guys. So if you would like a personal reading, click on this link here. And that will give you information about a personal reading. These readings offer your sun, moon and rising, and you can also, look, I'm on Instant Go. You can ask questions 24 hours a day and for not very much money. And I'm also on Patreon, another way to give back. So you can click on this link right here for Patreon. And I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. So, you know, and also there are different tier systems. So check that out. Anyway, just take a look. Now, the astrological, so I put the astrological report, and the new format that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do an astrological reading for each sign. And I will be it'll be more individualized. But I probably won't be able to get that done till October. And as most of you know, that my mum is getting ready to transition. She's getting closer and closer. She's been moved out of a care home and into a nursing home. She was in the hospital for a bit. So, you know, it's a roller coaster ride emotionally for me. So you have to bear with me if things are a bit late sometimes, or, you know, I may have to run off to England, you know, at the drop of a hat. So I just wanted to let you be aware of that. Now, the astrological report for the week. On the 10th, Mars moves into Aquarius. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that the energy that's going to be available to us is we could kind of jump to conclusions. Before we hear the whole story, we kind of judge things and jump on the bandwagon, and it's hard for us to let go. And on the other hand, you know, Mars is a get up and go. It's action oriented, right? And Aquarius is very balanced and, you know, always looking at every side and every option. So Mars is a little bit kind of slowed down somewhat, but the good news is when you get, you know, Aquarius is ruled by the mind. So if you get these ideas, Mars will get on it and get it finished. So that's a good thing. Now, on the 11th, the Sun is in a really nice relationship and aspect to Jupiter. Now, this is very positive energy, very exciting, very optimistic. It's energizing. You're going to feel energized and very positive about things. So it's a lovely energy. And then on the 12th, Jupiter is in a really nice relationship to Pluto. And that is like determination and powerful. And so we can kind of discover our power and develop it on that day. Oh, there we go, itching again. And then on the 16th, there's a lot more happening, but I want to try to keep these intros, these astrological reports as short as possible, because I've had some complaints. Everyone complains. Now, Mercury is in a lovely relationship with Jupiter, and that's on Sunday, on the 16th. And what does that mean? That means we could get big, brilliant ideas, right? Because Mercury is, and communication will really have, it's really nice to be out and in conversation with people, and because we'll have the gift of the gab, if you know what I mean. We'll be able to express ourselves and we'll be engaging, and that's the kind of energy that we'll have, and we'll get these brilliant ideas. So it's really a good time to kind of meditate at the beginning of the day, so you can quieten your mind and you can really recognize those ideas, and so that's very exciting. A wonderful, Jupiter's playing a big role this week. So Jupiter is all about expansion, optimism. It's a beautiful planet, and now, on the other hand, on the other spectrum of it, its shadow side, it can be about addiction. So I would say keep your focus on the positive, because that will expand. So I think it's a really good time to keep your thoughts positive and, make long-term optimistic plans. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for September the 10th through September the 16th. And the first card out for you is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is like the champion for justice, right? He's like the Justice card. He's a brilliant leader. He's really intelligent. He's just cerebral. He will he wants the best for his people, and he will have no problem coming down with the gravel, and passing sentence on you. When he comes in, it's saying, listen, do everything for the right reason this week. Don't take any shortcuts. This is really important that you keep everything above board and on point, right? And clarifying it, you've got the Lovers card. So this is about coming from a place of love. It's also about compromise and really thinking about the other person involved in any situation. Put yourself in the other person's shoes, right? Before jumping to conclusions. It's not about jumping to conclusions this week. It's about coming from a place of love. Always go back to that place of love, Taurus. Venus rules you, And this could be financial too. So remember that. Do everything, don't take any shortcuts this week. It's important not to do that. And the next card up for you is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands indicates that maybe you've had some kind of conflict going on, right? Oh, sorry, banging that. This is about taking the higher road. It's also about standing up for your values. So don't be pressured by your peers. I think you got this last week too. This is about knowing what's right and coming from a higher perspective. So if people are saying, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and it's not going to help you, maybe it's going to cost you a lot of money, maybe it's going to compromise something, right? Take you away from your family or your partner or something. This is about not succumbing to peer pressure. It's about like bending a little, but not compromising your values. So it's about really coming into the moment and saying, okay, what's the best decision here for everyone? Not just for me, but for everyone. So this is about not being a follower, being independent. And you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is saying that you're juggling a lot. This is a master juggler, right? He's a master juggler. He's juggling. Maybe you're juggling home. Maybe you're juggling two jobs. You have a lot on your plate. So this is saying you really have to stay in the moment, I think, when this is on, because if you take your eye off the ball, you can drop it all. So it's about being focused. If you're at home, be focused at home. If you're at work, be focused at work. Don't take your focus away from where you're at. So if you're at home and you're worrying about work and calling in, or vice versa, you're not going to be accomplishing the best that you can. So it's about being in the moment and handling what you're handling at the time without distraction. So try, and this may be kind of a distraction. Now the next card, you've got two cards in the next place. You've got the King of Pentacles, which is, look, things, okay, I'm going to just say this, right? This is the King of Pentacles, and right next to it, you've got the Two of Swords. Look, the King of Pentacles is kind of looking up. He's a little distracted in this card. And I feel that you are not seeing the truth. And I think this is financial, actually. I feel that you're not looking at your financial situation with the truth. You're being asked to kind of take a look at it. The King is about hard work. He loves opulence. He loves rich and wonderful, luxurious possessions, and he likes to be surrounded by luxury, right? But he's under no illusion. He kind of knows that it takes hard work to do it. So I am getting the message here for you that you need to kind of really focus on your hard work and don't get distracted, and you need to look at your situation truthfully. Look, clarifying it, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is about looking at the books, right? It's about saying, okay, I've done all this work, but has it paid off? Has this really, you're seeing what the fruits of your labor, and that's wonderful, but all the hard work that you put into it, has that given you enough of a payoff? And so this is about, balancing the books. It's about looking at what's working and what isn't. So I feel that you've really got a lot going on, and you need to kind of look at your financial situation truthfully, and either and maybe kind of rein it in a little, because you might be off in your land and, maybe overspending on your credit cards or something. So it's about coming back into reality. It's about focusing on what's going on right now in your world, because sometimes we can go off and like, oh, I can afford this and I can afford that. And then you look at it and you're like, wait, no, I can't. It's that kind of thing. So really take a look at your finances this week and look at the books, but also come from a place of love, guys. Don't be led by the group. Come back into your life. What is important? Ask yourself what's important, and always come from that place of love. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment and give me feedback. I love that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. For a personal reading with Mary, go to www.liveinthesolution.com.